Fala turma, estamos de volta aí com Final Fantasy XVI. Dessa vez eu não vou gravar em live.
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick breather, ain't I?
So what God's forsaken corner?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. Speaking of, if you ask...
All right.
I see I'm busy here. What do you want? No scratches, all right? Anything else?
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Why was it?
Sound happy.
What do you suppose it could be?
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This.
Well, no, and it's the dame. We go way back.
That's good of you, but...
She's the proud proprietor, and she's quite a woman.
A woman.
I'll be expecting...
Ok.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then.
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
Ala perdida.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. But will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
You haven't much, but you're free to look. Keep fighting the good fight.
Você comeu?
Mãe, Sofia?
Ô Rafa,
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
você tá bem? Tá sentindo alguma coisa? Não? Tá com sono só? Tá com dor?
Let's make this quick. North Reach.
Não, apertei errado.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
Fish! All from the Sea of Grace this very morn.
You there! Fancy a drop
The
of
right to
Empire's
confiscate any
finest?
objects forbidden.
Not another step, branded, or you'll be spending the night in a cell.
Welcome, good...
You won't find carpets like...
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But... I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
You say these are all from Dalmekia?
Fruit's not getting any fresher.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut-tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate...
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But...
From the moment you acquired it, but today, it is going to give you...
Eu tava jogando.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make...
And who might this?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a...
Well, don't...
Well, that rather depends on you now.
Oh. Another fuck. Get out of my sight.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad.
But they didn't. And even if they... The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers, as do you and I. We can speak more at the vet.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? Whatever wound you so tight.
You, mentioned I don't...
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet... Yes. Otto, but to answer your question, Tatienne has been gone for several days.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh. Proof of that, and hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too close. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron...
I should probably start here.
You wear the dame's brooch.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues.
She's still missing then. Oh, if I...
You saw her before she did?
The day before. She'd lost her comb. It wasn't anything fancy, but you see, Tatienne was an orphan. And she looked...
So she was up...
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. Tatienne shared a...
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort, the girl. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy.
I'm... told you, did she...
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet. She did mention a name.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every gil he earned on followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was fat. She thought about saying something.
This man from the garrison.
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar.
You've been very...
Don't let him get away with this.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over it.
Looking for a man? Does this...
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One...
There's only one man in the garrison with a dot.
On account of him being in war. Yeah, Yannick left a few days...
The dame, thank... Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Clive.
That remains.
Oh, Tatienne, you could...
This Yannick. According to them, he claimed to have some business with them.
And you plan on traveling to...
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than... You'll find they have little love for bearers. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. His name is Bertrand, and
I shall return as soon as I...
The markets are all full.
Ugh, you need not remind.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
That's enough for today, Branded.
Go on. Right, you take me.
That's enough dallying, you two. Up, the lot of you. There's still work to be done.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here. Are you Bertrand?
Sounds about right. Well, go on then.
One of her courtesans has gone missing. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts.
Many traders stopped to peddle there, but only one's been...
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. If you seek him out, fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a Branded than help, and that's even with the dame's brooch.
Understood.
Weren't expecting any new Branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
What's this? A Branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of...
What?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago.
Yeah, he had a comb which he claimed, but old though it was, an antique, it most certain. I stood firm, however,
And do you know where he went?
my customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me.
My thanks.
Not at all. I be sure and tell her, won't...
It smells of death here, Torgal. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Here!
It's over.
Minha habilidade bugou.
Damn it. Bodies. A man and a woman. Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You.
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason, by the looks of things.
We both found who we were searching for.
Yeah, he was a jealous sod. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new galactic. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Morphus.
If you mean this comb...
He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask us something else. He stole the old comb.
Wed? Where would they have gone? And we all know what happens to desert. Tell the dame I'm sorry. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that...
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can... Speaking of which, could you tell her what happened?
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
You are still in one piece. You will be pleased to hear that your companion... They said they would meet you and...
Thank you, but... You needn't have... I was on my...
You... I see. It is by no means uncommon for a client, but rarely do such tales.
I found this with Tatienne.
Thank you for returning it.
I should go.
Before you do, the veil counts among... According to one of the looser-tongued gentle...
Not to mention.
But that couldn't possibly...
I will.
You say these are all from Dalmekia?
Nossa, vacilei, vim pra um lugar muito pior. Vacilo, velho.
Are you gonna buy something or not?
That's the day done then. How about the veil?
That's enough for today, Branded.
Weren't expecting any new Branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter?
See.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
Casa de prazeres.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Que isso, varão?
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Certo. Vamos embora.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
That'll be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change. Come on, this way. Try to stay out of sight.
Obviously.
Bom, galera, eu vou dar uma pausada no vídeo por aqui. E aí a gente continua no próximo, beleza? Porque senão o vídeo vai ficar muito longo e vai acabar dando uma complicada pra postar. Tá bom? Fiquem com Deus, espero que vocês curtam. Quem puder se inscrever no canal, agradeço muito. Se inscreva no canal, ative o sininho, curtam o vídeo, vai ajudar demais, valeu? Beijos, fiquem com Deus e até a próxima.